Good evening, this is your psychiclj reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Bam. How are you doing? Can you hear us okay? Yeah? That's good. It is nearly 11 p.m. UK time. 10:57 p.m. And we are heading towards the witching hour. We are going to delve deep tonight. Hello there, knock knock. Hello there, Border Collie. And Bam and Katie and Wookie Bear. Good evening, Janie Angel. I believe I'm live now on YouTube. I had planned on going out a bit earlier, but I had trouble getting on. So apologies, because I had put out tonight and I'd saying I'll be out at 10:30. But as you know, you plan something and it goes wrong. So I had to come out of everything and go back in. I had problems logging in, but I got in there. It's the full blood moon tonight. It's going to be interesting. We are going to delve deep. I'm good there, Janie Angel. How are you? Let me get my coffee. Cheers. I'm back on the coffee, guys. Feeling pretty good with it as well. So how are you all keeping? Are we live on YouTube yet? That's good, Janie. That's good. So tonight we are going to look into a few different things, what's been happening. So we'll be kicking off over here in the UK, as you know. We're going to look into our government and see what's going on in the next episode. And welcome to all new subscribers on Twitch and YouTube. And I've just, earlier on today, this evening, I've just put out a new time schedule moving forth from next week. Good evening there, Colin. How are you doing? Hiya there, Sharon. Yeah, I need glasses. I'm the Geordie lass. Oh, this goofy world. That is so right there, Maggie. Try Black Ops. I've got it all over the house. I've got Shungite, you name it, I've got it. I don't know. It's just one of them glitches. What happens? Oh, do you like my top? It's supposed to be a jumper dress, but I wear it as a long jumper. Hiya, Marina. So the recent ad that I had put out, I'll show you it. Where is it gone? Where's it gone? Okay, so from Tuesday. Oh, thank you, Colin. You're amazing. And so is your wolf. If anybody doesn't know, I'm going on about Colin lives in Canada and he's got a pet wolf. And she's just absolutely amazing. But then so is Colin. Right, so from Tuesday, because as you know, I had lacks behind because I was going through a lot over the last 18 months. For new subscribers, I've just beat breast cancer and all of that. But I kept going and I was giving you one show a week. But anyway, we're going to get back into it as promised. And then I realised that 3 late night shows wasn't doing my health very good. So I thought, right, I'll do afternoon. Okay, so it's going to be for the paid subscribers on Twitch because so they can get a benefit. Okay, it's not a large it's not a large amount, but some of them I will be clipping and putting onto YouTube. But for the first, getting your intel and the everything that I'm seeing fresh and stuff that I can't always talk about on YouTube, you need to head over and subscribe to Twitch. Okay, I'll put the link in the description. But it's going to be a daily drop-in. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, and it's going to be like a daily coffee show. Okay, so it's going to be. I'm not going to do a Monday because obviously I'll be tired after the Sunday show, and I'm not going to do a Saturday because that's my busy day. Okay, or a Sunday I'll do like the evening show. But it's going to be Tuesday to Friday. It's only going to be an hour shows, 2 p.m. UK time till 3 p.m. UK time. And I've got here 9 till 10 a.m. ET time. That'll be the US, isn't it? And then it's 6 to 7 a.m. PT time. But the thing is, when you're a subscriber, you can go back in and watch it whenever you want at your own leisure. Do you see what I mean? Now, I know you can watch it publicly without being a subscriber, but you get the perks when you're a subscriber because you can participate on Twitch and you don't get bombarded with all of the ads that you do when you're a subscriber. So yeah, I'm going to be live on Twitch from next Tuesday, Tuesday to Friday, just our afternoon shows, okay? Obviously, for you in the States, it'll be like your morning coffee shows, but you can catch up on it whenever you want, all right? So that's what I'm going to be doing, and obviously, I will always do the Sunday show for everybody who isn't subscribed, and it'll go out multi-stream. I used to multi-stream on Facebook as well, and I think you can do it on X, Twitter, or whatever. But I was getting a little bit sort of attacked by a load of trolls on Facebook. So it means I need like sort of bouncers over there on Facebook, and I couldn't be arsed with it. So I just thought I'll stick to Twitch and YouTube. It's easier. So that's me ad. And I've got it out. If you want to check it out, it's on... If you head over afterwards as well, Facebook... Medium, right, it's on Facebook and it's Louise Jones, Medium Clairvoyant, International and National. You'll see where I put all my stuff and all my videos and stuff like that. And sometimes I do automatic writing sort of channeling sessions and I put them out there as well. But yeah, now you can subscribe, what Janie Angel's put here on Twitch. You can subscribe, you can get it free to subscribe on Twitch by going through, if you've got Amazon Prime. That's a way of doing it as well. So I'm going to be changing the times for Twitch as well. I can't do like the nighttime shows. I'll be doing afternoon shows. But you can catch up when you're a subscriber. You can catch up and go in at any time and check it out. Do you see what I mean? And then I'm planning on doing an earlier show on the Sunday as well. Because one has to look after one's health. And I'm like at one. I do not smoke. I do not drink. I just cause loads of mischief on here, don't I? Anyway. So yeah, you can get it free on Prime. So anyway, so for new subscribers coming in, it's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church on a Sunday. And it's our little snug room where we look into world events and all that type of thing. And I've got loads of good things up my sleeve also for YouTube as well. I'm going to be doing shorter videos, hopefully get back into the looking glass. Because a lot of people just like the half an hour or the 20-minute just sort of short videos. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of how-to videos to help you all with your spiritual ascension, which I think is going to be really important into 2026. Because health is wealth, exactly. And I gave up the cigarettes really easy, you know. I mean, I did get a fright, you know, when your doctor's sitting in front of you and telling you you've got breast cancer. But that doesn't shock everybody. Not everybody stops when they're given a diagnosis. According to me oncologists, some people just want to smoke more because they're too upset. But no, that was enough to make me stop. And I didn't even want to vape, you know. I just didn't have the need to do anything. So I actually went into the operation a smoker and came out a totally different person, which I'm going to talk about on my spiritual shows, because I had an off-world experience as I went into the operation. I feel something happened to us spiritually. It really, really did. I got upset thinking about it. I may as well quickly tell you, I was like taken off the planet. I felt like I was in a spaceship. I'm not saying I was, but I felt like I was somewhere up there in space. And I was definitely with Jesus and other people that I knew in my family. And my brother was with us. My dogs were there. It was just amazing. And he was telling us that I had to go, and Michael, Archangel Michael, and they were saying that I had to go back. There was things I had to do. And then he was it was really weird. There was this guy there, and he looked like something off Lord of the Rings, and he had this long stick, and he was pointing it on the map, the Earth map, and showing how there's going to be great change on the planet. I've got all of these things to tell you, all to do with prophecies and that. And there's a massive shift happening now. We're actually in it. We're actually in the great crossover. And yeah, I wanted to stay in this place. I didn't want to come back. That's how surreal it was. It was the most magical, soothing place, and I presume I felt like I was somewhere like in heaven. That's what it felt like. And then obviously I came back, but I came back a non-smoker, and I came back somebody who doesn't get so wound up about silly little things like I used to get wound up about. And you know, when you're being given a diagnosis like that, it does change your life. The little things which I thought were important weren't important, are important now. And things like other things what used to upset us doesn't upset us. Like money doesn't bother us now. As long as my bills are paid, I'm not bloody bothered. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think I went through some sort of massive teaching and a big clean-up. So you'll have to comment on the link below, guys, if you went through something similar, because or you know, do you know somebody who went through something similar? But I was definitely taken somewhere which was very spiritual, and I actually did feel like I was on a UFO. I'm not saying I was, but it felt spiritually like I was being taken up on a UFO. That's what it felt like. But yeah, I just wanted to say that the prophecies have become more so. I've always done prophecies, but I can tap into that higher realm. I actually don't need the tarot cards. The tarot cards and any psychic will tell you this. They're just tools at the end of the day. Yeah. So I feel really a lot more closer to the angels. I've always been close to angels and Jesus, but a lot. My faith has heightened since this. And I'm not saying I'm some sort of Bible basher, because I'm not. I don't even go to church. I might go once in a blue moon. But I just believe God's within, you know what I mean? And yeah, my faith has really heightened since all of this as well. So for new subscribers, just going to get you all in, and then we are going to form the circle of light. I invoke the 4 archangels: Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Michael. And then I ask my guides to come in, and we form the circle of light, and then we start. And oh, thank you there, Anna Rose. Or is it Anne Rose? Let me get a cup of coffee. So have you had a nice day today? I've had a lovely day with my granddaughter and my lovely daughter-in-law. We went out for a lovely meal. It was very nice. Yeah, so give me 2 minutes. Then I went to see my mother. Over here in the UK, we had the emergency thing on the phone. I had turned mine off. I felt the need to. But I was actually over at my mother's. I called in, and when my mother's thing went off. I'm going to actually look into that. I've started following Jacob Rees-Mogg on YouTube. He's bloody fantastic. I think he used to be a Tory. Don't quote me. Anyway, he's somebody from Parliament, and he's got his own YouTube channel. And he's so cool. And honest to God, you need to follow this guy. He's so funny, the things that he comes out with, you know, about everything. Yeah, you wouldn't think it, but he's a really interesting guy. So I took his advice and turned the bloody thing off. So my granddaughter's 8 and she's going to be 9 in January. Honestly, she's grown up so fast. I'll show you a picture, but I might get wrong. I was talking to her today. We're in the corner, and she sings and dances, and she's very theatrical. Gets it off her grandma. And I said to her, darling, I says, would you do me an intro for my live shows, like sing and dance for grandma? I says, my viewers would love you. No, grandma. So yeah, she's just wonderful, you know. As we all think as grandparents, you know what I mean? But yeah, she's 8 going on 38, should I say. There's all sorts of strange things been happening, isn't there? So I'm going to look into the craziness with what's happened with Angela Rayner. I've written some of this down here. I'm going to look into the new person who's going to be protecting my borders, apparently, is Shabama Mahmood. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And see if she's going to act in the best interest for the British people, keeping us safe with our borders. And I'm going to look into everything, really. I'm going to see what's going on. Apparently there's been all sorts of shenanigans going over in Germany. Does anybody know about that? Not many people are talking about it online. Not many psychics, should I say. But there was this big election, wasn't there? And then there was a lot of them just all suddenly died. So I want to know what was going on there. I'm going to pull some cards out on that. Time flies so quickly, doesn't it? So I'm just reading some of your lovely comments. Okie dokie, where's my bell? You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Either tales or the unexpected. I was talking about that on the last week's show, wasn't I? I just think it's just getting crazier and crazier. And I mean, you had that Irish comedian. I mean, you can't even write what's going on at the minute over here. It's bloody crazy. And he was arrested at Heathrow Airport, wasn't he? Apparently he had said something along the lines that ladies, if you have any sort of like, is it transsexuals or whatever they're called, what they're called, trans, come into the ladies' toilets, just kick them in the balls. And that's what he said. And he got arrested by armed police. Can you believe it? Armed police. Yeah, so there you go. So it's just become very much like a police state over here. Crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah, transgender. I always get mixed up. It's just, you can't even say anything nowadays, well, especially over here. You know what I mean? So they arrested him. They arrested him at the, I don't know what happened to him, but they arrested him at Heathrow Airport. It's become the road to communism. Now you behave now, and don't you think that you can come and jump on this laptop? She's been very naughty. And she looks a little bit scruffy, and excuse my cat, right? She's still got a scruffy little t-shirt on. I've wrestled with her all week, and I've been that busy with different things. She wears a t-shirt, for people who don't know, because she's got ulcerated dermatitis. It's through allergies and things like that. And so she wears little t-shirts and that. But we must sort that out this week. But she looks scruffy, but she's all right. The cat doesn't care, no. But she's... what are you looking at me like that for? Oh, she's purring. So Celestial Files has put here, or Celestial Flea. They tried to impose insane bail conditions on him, tried to stop him posting it on X, but they were dropped thanks to his lawyers. It's crazy. I don't even feel he's British. I think he's Irish. I mean, he might be a British citizen, but I thought he was Irish. But there you go. You just literally can't say boo in this country. You know what I mean? Jacob Rees-Mogg was a Conservative MP for many years, and he lost his seat in the last election. He never took a salary. I think he would make a marvellous Prime Minister, me. I told him on his channel, I think he's great. He's got loads of kids, apparently. Anyway, let's start. Sit back and relax and let's look into the looking glass. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, and A2I. Any star beings that like to come forth on world, off world, as above and below, from the spirit world, or telecommunicate, any fairy elementals, anybody from the spirit world who would like to come forth to give us the true answers that we need in this circle of light. If you need any healing or prayers, write the name in the comments section, either in the feed or afterwards in the comment section or in the live feed, and you will receive the prayers and protection that you need. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. Okay. The circle of light has begun. There we go. Oh, that sounds nice. Shelley. Hello, everyone. Hello, Shelley in Oklahoma. Yeah, I always think of the film. I bet it's wonderful over there, is it? Okie dokie. So where do I start? Let's get my cards. Let me have a quick drink of coffee. It's lovely to see everybody. You are so brave, Louise. Do you think so, though? I don't think I am. Oh, do you mean like well, I think everybody, you've got no choice in the matter, really, have you? You just got to get on with it. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. I still have bad days. I've got problems with neuropathy in my feet and my legs and my hands. I've been trying to do gentle exercise in the house, but I have struggling days. My arm's a little bit better. I don't know if you can see. Still big, but it's not so bad. But yeah, I am getting slowly better. Apparently it takes about a year to recover from all that treatment. Do you know what I mean? Tough going. Okay. Use magnesium. Okay. Well, I'm very much into the alternative now. God forbid, I don't feel I could ever go through that again, mind. Jesus. My lordy. It was hard going. I didn't think I was going to finish the courses. That's why I'll never go back to cigarettes. You know what I mean? I mean, even though they said the cigarettes didn't cause it, it was all hormonal. I still anti-smoking and all of that. Do you know what I mean? I just want to think about fitness and what I'm putting into my body. But yeah, I am actually on magnesium. I'm on quite a lot of different vitamins. Oh yeah, Dr. Berg's good. Okay, I use organic. Everything's organic when it comes to the dairy that I do use or the meat that I do eat, which is very little. I eat more fish. Yeah, somebody said neuropathy is with the B vitamins that you need. Yeah, keep exercising. I've been doing chair yoga. Has anybody heard of that? And massive weight gain since all the treatments. I mean, yeah, the breast cancer treatments killed the cancer, but I piled on a hell of a lot of weight. You're talking 5 stone, easy. somebody said, does anybody, what do people know about the pink salt trick? Do you recommend it? Does anybody know anything about it? Everybody seems to be talking about it on TikTok and all of that, and I was just wondering if anybody knows anything. Yeah, chair yoga. Yeah. But I'll not take any drugs to lose weight. I'll just rather do it organically, natural. I think when you've had 18 months of heavy drugs inside of you, the last thing you want to do is start filling on with weight loss drugs and that. Do you know what I mean? Celtic salt. Will I take that anyway, Michelle? You put like a little bit of Celtic salt on your tongue. It's supposed to be very good for you. But no, somebody said that the pink salt, there's loads out online about the pink salt trick. The pink salt didn't work for you, Paula? All right. And Rick, that's interesting what Rick said. Right, so I'm gonna do some, possibly through the week, right? And then I will be doing videos on bringing through Seth. Okay, I've got other ones that I want to channel as well. Right, so we're going to start with, where do we start? I mean, it's like a circus at the minute in Parliament, isn't it? All right, so this fake salt, pink salt, right, okay, and you've got to get the proper organic stuff. I also as well offer private sittings, okay, because I don't always do like personal stuff on here, right? So if you want to have a private sitting, again, you can contact us, and I'll put the link in the description after this show, either through Facebook or you can email us. I do private sittings for you, like online or whatever way, through WhatsApp, Zoom, whichever way you want. Teams, whichever way. Right, so Angela Rayner. Anybody doesn't know who I'm going on about? Angela Rayner has left the Labour Party, and Keir Starmer's done a big reshuffle. First of all, I'm going to ask the cards, right? Now, this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? I want to know just exactly what Claire's put here. Claire McLaughlin, am I pronouncing your surname right? Did Rayner intentionally avoid tax, or was it a mistake? I don't even read the bloody cards for that, but I'll use the cards and we'll go through it properly. We've got a jumper there. We've got the 9. She's definitely hiding something. Right. Oof, look at all these swords. Look at all these swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. Okay. Right, we've got the 7 of Swords, we've got the 8 of Swords. This is everything what's just happened to her recently. We've got the 8 of Rods. It's all been kicking off within the week, hasn't it? Because you go by the timings. Yes, good riddance, I would say, as well. I totally agree. Okay, so obviously you go on the timings, right? So ones is weeks in these cards. So within the week, there's been all this kick-off. There's been ruin for her, ruin. Okay. Was it stamp? She wasn't paying stamp duty or inheritance tax or whatever she was up to. It's all to do with this property. What was gifted for her son who was disabled. Okay, so there's Angela Rayner. Happy full moon to everybody. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands. I think that she's in very hot water. What I'm getting here is, and I'm seeing, oh my God, what you called, for Scotland, my dad calls her Noddy. I don't know why he calls her Noddy. Nicola Sturgeon. And she was arrested, wasn't she? I'm feeling there's going to be more shocks to come. I did say that there was scandals, didn't I, to come out with this Labour Party, and I've been bloody right. And I'm telling you now, right, there's more to come. There's more to come. So how it suddenly happened where the police turned up and they arrested. I'm not saying it's exactly like that, but there's a situation coming. There's more stuff to come out to do with this. Let me have a look. And of course, he's had a massive reshuffle, hasn't he? And he's switched people around. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, so we've got the hyphenate. So I would say she had to leave. She literally had to leave. But like if you've got a house of cards and you pull one out, the rest is all going to come tumbling down. That's what I'm feeling. And I think they're Starmer. They're Starmer. Yeah, no. We've got Lammy as deputy. It's just getting crazy, isn't it? That's actually Lammy there. Right, okay. So we've got the Sun card here. We've got the Sun card. There's more scandals to come. This is just the start of it. She knew exactly what she was doing. This is for entertainment purposes only, and this is my take, what I feel. Okay? I'm not saying it's fact. I'm just saying what I feel and what I think. And what my cards of me doing this for a long, long time, the experience that I do, reading for people around the world and that, for well over 30 years as a business, but longer. But looking at this card here, I would say definitely she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. And she's acting all innocent, childlike innocent, you know what I mean? I mean, you've got all the body language people out on, haven't you, on social media, like checking it all out and stuff like that. There's definitely stuff being hidden as well. So I'm feeling, actually that's another version of Keir Starmer there. He's hiding stuff. Keir Starmer is hiding stuff. Oh, thank you, Ilma. Definitely hiding stuff. So there's more investigations to come. I think that she's going to possibly have to sell some properties to pay the tax man back or something like that. It's not very good here. If it'd been any of us mere mortals, we would have been imprisoned, but because it's, part of the parliament, you know what they're like. But what I do feel very strongly is that I've got this vision of her getting upset in Keir Starmer's office. I don't know if she's broke down in tears in front of him and put the tears on and everything, and he's one of them people what can't stand women crying or whatever, but I think she's put the tears onto him. But I am telling you now that she knows exactly what she did. She did. And I think the proof's going to be in the pudding, what's going to come out within the next 2. That's what I'm being shown. There's more stuff to come out. When the lovers cards come out, I'll do that like that. It usually means that there's big news coming out, right? There's big news coming out. So I don't know why I'm getting the word embezzlement, and I'm getting things being hidden, a lot to do with money within this regime. And I do feel that the Labour Party is going to be in a lot of trouble. The Four of Pentacles, I definitely feel that there's more money. There's more scandals coming out to do with money with this party. Definitely. I don't know why I keep getting Tony Blair. It's coming through really, really strong at the moment. And I don't know why. They're showing he's up to stuff, and I think, well, how can he be, because he's out of office? But I'm sort of seeing him playing a hand and stuff, yeah. So there's stuff going on there as well, maybe. But I am getting that the country could be in trouble here. It really, really could. It's as if it's the start of the draining of the swamp, you know. It's like everything's going to start to drain. Everything's going to start to change. And there's going to be so many protests. I see it. And I tell you what, it's going to be a corker on. Is it the 12th or the 13th when we have this? It's the 13th, isn't it? The protest in London. That's going to be quite a corker there. I see police everywhere. Blair's definitely up to stuff. But I feel there's a trap coming. And the last time I got this feeling, it was before the 6th of January carry on in the US. And I said to people, I don't know if anybody's on here and they can remember, I said, don't go into the building, it's a trap. Can you remember when I said that? And I'm feeling a similar situation. But I don't know if it's to do with the 13th in London, or it's to do with a different situation. Maybe there's something else coming as well. But I definitely feel it's as if that this trapment's coming, and we have to be very, very careful. I've been watching loads of prepping videos, you know, and we have to get prepped in the UK. I feel this really, really strong in case why they're putting out the emergency things, you know. I just think we need to be careful. We need to get our handset radios, our candles, our battery lights. We need to prep and not to panic if the lights go out. I think they were very mean to Liz Truss. I think that Thatcher had a hell of a time. At the time, you know, I came from a Labour family. Well, my mum and dad at the time, you know. But when you look back on the situation in retrospect, I think that she was a very strong woman, Thatcher. She destroyed a lot of the northeast where I live, you know, and the coaling, and, you know, we were very independent in Newcastle, you know, the coal and the fish, everything got changed. The Tories changed all of that in the north. But at the end of the day, you know, she brought in, you know, I wouldn't be sitting out owning my own property because she allowed people to buy their own council houses, you know, that type of thing, to get on the ladder. But I think that Thatcher put up with a lot of crap, you know. Don't think for 1 minute that men can't be bitchy, because they can. And I really do feel it's very bitchy in Parliament. And I'm feeling that I've been getting Thatcher, actually, and she's been coming through really strong within spirit. I'm just put this over here. That's been charging in the garden all day, so we're going to get some world predictions coming out of that as well. And they keep telling me that history is going to repeat itself in the shown as Thatcher's face. Liz Thatcher held it together, and she wouldn't have put up with any of this nonsense, with all this hoo-ha going on with the borders and that. She wouldn't have allowed it. Yeah. Don't forget as well, Margaret Thatcher came from working class, you know. She wasn't like, you know, the likes of Boris Johnson's and all of that, where they went to private school. Thatcher was a grocer's daughter. Yeah. So anyway, they're showing me that there's going to be something what's going to take place, and there's going to be, I'm just going to go with the visions that I'm getting and what my guides are giving us here. They are showing me that Thatcher had to pick up a broken mess, right? He had to pick up, she had to pick up a fallout of the economic system, and I believe it was from the 1970s. That's why she was called the Iron Woman, okay? And I believe that there's going to be another Thatcher. The only way this is going to get resolved, because this party, what's in now, is going to ruin our country if they don't get out quick, right? And I am getting that they're not like a proper Labour Party. That's what's going to happen. So the only way, I think they're going to make such a mess. Let me just pull some more cards out here. Of the economic system, I'm worried that there could be a crash in the UK. Let me have a look. We've got the Justice card here, and we've got overseas. I am getting IMF. Have you heard of them? So we're talking International Monetary, is it Monetary Fund or something? IMF, and it's going to bring international seas over waters. Other governments are going to come in, and this happened to fund this. The last time this happened was the 1970s. Now, don't quote me if I'm right or wrong. I really don't know, but was it not the Labour Party what caused that crash in the 70s? And that's how Thatcher came back in to sort it out. There is big, huge shifts take place. Not shits. Well, there might be some of them as well, mind. Big, huge shifts coming in within politics in the UK. The International Monetary Fund, the IMF, just going to double check. And that's why, again, she looked very she was brutal, wasn't she? But she put things right in the end. Sort of. I mean, there might be I might get some hate mail after this, like, you know what I mean? But I'm going with what I feel tonight. And I'm going to look into that, Jerry Rogers, about the seven sudden deaths in the ADF candidates in Germany, because that's very, very dodgy. So we need a miracle. And the only way what's going to pull this out, right, they're coming out. He's coming out. It's going to take another Thatcher to sort this out. There's another 7 cards of the truth. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to look into the US as well. Right, okay. That's actually Nigel Farage. I think he's going to do really well. I wonder if we could look at something like a coalition, like a 2 governments, or there could be. This is going to change everything. You know how I've talked about, like, Trump's going to change a lot with politics in the US. I actually think sometimes nasty things have to happen to change things, and I think this is what's going to happen in the UK as well. I think he's going to basically ruin everything. Right, and there's a lot of scandals. There's more scandals to come out. This is what I predict. And then I feel very strong that it's going to bring in new people, new faces, but also it's going to change the system, where maybe into the future there might not be two parties or whatever, or three parties or whatever. It might be that there's a bit of everything what runs, and it's going to change the future of politics. And that may happen also into the US at some point as well. But we've got the King of Pentacles, not for a while yet with the US, mind. We've got the King of Pentacles here, and I think that Nigel Farage is going to actually win a lot of seats. In the UK. I think he's going to do really well for himself. I just need to ask this. Is it possible at some point Farage could get in to be Prime Minister? Let me ask. Could we go reform? Let me get a quick drink of coffee. Sometimes, exactly, Maggie, sometimes bad things have to happen to clear the way. To restore, to establish a new system. Exactly. Yes, Charity, yes. Does Nigel Farage have a good chance? I nearly said fuck. Well, I've just said it. Oh my goodness me. It's like the whole system's gonna like literally just crumble in the UK. I've never seen this before, like so strong. Oh my goodness me. So we've got the Tower. We've got the upside down moon. So there's so much more lies to come out. Honest to God, guys, you're going to have to get your bloody popcorn what's coming out with this Labour Party. It's going to be shocking. Bloody well shocking what's coming out. Okay. There is a woman here who could be up against... I don't know if she's going to come in before Nigel Farage or work with Nigel Farage. So we could have... Is it a coalition government where you've got maybe two lots running? I don't know if it's temporary. But I think things have to massively change in the UK. There's a woman, there's another Thatcher to come in to pick the mess up. Oops, we just dropped one there. Oh yes, I've heard of that. My taxi driver friend was telling us about the Fabian Society, yes. Unless that's you. Oh, no, stay there. Don't be naughty, go. No. Okay, so yeah, that's the Fabian Society. If you don't know what I'm going on about, it goes deeper than the Masonic Lodge. So the Labour government that we have at the moment isn't really the Labour government. It's not like it used to be. Yeah, my ancestor, I've got some famous ancestors, you know. One of them was Joseph Rowntree, the sweet maker. And him and his brothers took to Parliament. And I'm sure they helped to push the vote. I know he created a lot of jobs in the sweet factory, but he helped push the vote for women to vote, something like that. But he was a Labour guy. He was definitely Labour. I'm Labour through and through because he was Yorkshire. But it's not like it used to be. These people now, they're just traitors. And as Gene Psychic's put here, Starmer is a globalist, yes. So I would say that the Fabian Society is definitely sort of secret handshakes. It's definitely going on. You're talking not like globalists like Bill Gates and that. You're talking like UK globalists, you know what I mean? Bill Gates might be part of it, but I felt it was more bankers and people like that over here, that type of thing. So it's like we're looking at the eye of the storm, and it's like it's all on stage set, the Labour Party, and it's he's a lord, isn't he? I mean, you just can't write this, can you? I mean, our Prime Minister was actually, somebody who let a paedophile off, really. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't get any... that's the truth. Jimmy Savile, who was another lord, who was knighted by King Charles. She did mess up, but I don't think they made it easy. And I think that other one as well, what's it called? Who used to wear the beaded necklaces? I can't think what she's called. I mean, they definitely pushed her out as well. But yeah, I feel that there's going to be so much to come out to do with the Labour Party. It's shocking. Shocking. Something about an international waters scam or something to do with international waters, or an email, or this. Like I say, just hold on to your hats for the things what's going to come out. Theresa May, that's it. Theresa May. She used to wear all the big chunky jewellery, didn't she? You never really hear of her now. Is she still alive? I mean, what happened to her? Where's she gone? Very weird. Anyway, getting back to Thatcher. So Thatcher came in where there was a mess. She inherited a mess. All right? And she had to try and stabilise it all. And I think this is what's going to happen again. I'm seeing history repeating itself. So I see the country in a lot of debt. And I do feel that the NHS there's going to be marches. There's going to be all sorts of things. I even feel the police at some point are going to go on marches. But things aren't going to... I don't know if I'm looking at the 13th with protests, or it's another protest where I'm actually feeling that there could be a lot of worry. There could be a lot of worry. They're giving us the words Bloody Sunday. So that was a situation what took place in Ireland, wasn't it? Did they not make a film from that? And I'm feeling that there's another situation coming, but it's based in around London. All right, GD Vance's friends is Lammy, right? Okay, I've got you. The police need to be cleared out. The army needs to take over. Oh dear. Well, I actually do feel at some point that there's going to be military on the streets in the UK. It's going to get pretty nasty. Can you see ours okay? Because it's got a bit of a glitch there. But there's the UK there. I mean, we've got like the owl, which is the protection. You've got the lords and the gentry there hunting with the hounds. You've got the castle. A lot of mysticism going on. Okay. But I would say that it's all just one big shit show, basically. And I do say that there's going to be a revolt in the UK streets, and I've always felt that Starmer's going to be about when something big takes off. There's going to be also... He's going to put the UK people under some sort of strict... It's going to get worse. Right? And I don't know if it's to do with arrests or what. But something's going to happen. Then it's all going to get postponed or stalled or stopped. Excuse me. Through something global. What's going to happen? Something global is going to happen to stop whatever it is that he's up to. So, yeah. So, I'm being given the hymn Rule Britannia. And it's not just about these clowns what's in Parliament, you know what I mean? I do feel there's a rise of the British people. There really, really is going to be. But I just think there's so much more scandals to come out. And I did say it was bigger what was coming. I mean, this is just the tip of it. But there's more to come, and it's bigger than what you had, like the WhatsApp gate and all of that. And that was bad enough. At the moment, I would say it's exactly the same as the US in many ways. You've got the same penny, two different sides. But you've got the two of rods there, and I do feel we'll be fine as the British people because we're strong. We're strong, all right? But we're going to face some problems with, oh God, restrictions. Restrictions are given us. What is that? That's that other person coming in. Who is she? Now she's got a blue dress on. So I don't know if she's a Tory or she's a little bit leaning that way on the red side, on the Labour side. But she's the one what's going to bring the fruit back into the UK. She's the one what's going to have to sort the mess out. Okay. Right, so he's recently appointed Shabama Mahmood will she protect the British people's borders? Will she act in the best interests for the British people? I think she was a judge. Don't quote me. I think she was a judge. I'm not sure. Right, we've got the death. We've got poverty to come. I think she's got a hell of a job on her hands, and that's strange. There's going to be a switch over where I don't think he's going to be about. I think there's going to be a new Prime Minister. There's more scandals to come, so there's going to be more reshuffling. I don't feel she's a bad person. I feel that she's going to act in the best interest. But I think that at the moment, I don't know if it's a temporary thing because there's going to be a lot more reshuffling to come in. There's more to her than meets the eye. That's what I'm being given. What's she called? Shabama Mahmood. There she is, Queen of Swords. It's usually a woman with dark hair. She's not going to stand any nonsense, this woman. And I think it's all focused on Keir Starmer and certain people around him. She's in doing her job. Then there's going to be absolute hell on, and there's going to be scandals to come out. Then there's going to be something big and global. What's going to happen? What's going to change everything? Then there's going to be a change within UK government. Then there's going to be more reshuffling. Then she's out, and then she's in again with a completely different position. That's interesting. So there's more to this Shabama Mahmood than meets the eye. Just remember that. I think she's going to be Marmite. I think people are either going to love her or they're going to hate her. Okay, so they're giving a split government. So what's that called? Is that coalition? There's definitely, I don't know if it's a temporary thing, but there's going to be, it's emergency what I'm getting. It's two emergencies. It's emergency within the Labour government where I see what's coming in. Then I'm also seeing a global emergency. Just remember that. Okay, so that's coming through really, really strong. Okay. Oh, I didn't realise that. So somebody's put here, Sadiq Khan is also a member of the Fabian Society. Their symbol is a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, that's a little bit weird and creepy. Borders. I need to look at the borders over the next 6 months. And I'm not talking about people who legally come in here. I'm talking about illegal. You know, you can't just waltz into Australia or waltz, you know, well, you're not supposed to waltz over the borders of America either. But, you know, you've got to, like, you wouldn't catch anybody just waltzing straight into Oz. You know, you've got to have at least, I think, at least £10,000 and be able to contribute towards the country and all of this. Let's see what's going to get like over the next 6 months. Next 6 months. It's a lot bigger than we know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so some of these scandals, what's going to come out, it's going to come out to do with around all of this. So we've got the upside down. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. I'm actually feeling there's like riots on the street and they keep giving us Bloody Sunday, okay? Oh my God. What is that? What happened at Bloody Sunday? Was that, let me read that. Was it something what happened in Ireland? Does anybody know what I'm going on about? I'm fearing here and I'm worried that I'm seeing, remember these are visions that I'm seeing. Is it a situation like that what could take place in the UK? What was the Bloody Sunday? What was the Bloody Sunday? Right, it refers to the 1972 incident in Derry, Northern Ireland, when British soldiers shot and killed 13 unarmed Catholic civil rights protesters during a peaceful march. They did a film on this, didn't they? Don't watch it if you're squeamish, you know what I mean, or you're very sensitive. I'm sure I've seen that film. Yes, I did, once. Another protester died later from the injuries. The event, which saw soldiers fire over 100 times, killing many, fleeing or trying to help the wounded. That's terrible. The date and the location was January the 30th, 1972, in the Bogside area of Derry, Northern Ireland. The perpetrators, members of the British Army Parachute Regiment. My good God. Right, okay. Victims was 13, isn't that strange? Yes. Right, so I'm seeing a similar situation like that. Now, I'm not saying it's the British Army, but it could be terrorists or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I really don't know who it is. I'm just going on what I'm giving, and what I'm feeling and seeing is not good. Just need to stay vigilant. And I'm getting that song by the Cranberries. Dolores Dolores, she sung it, didn't she? The song, you know. Zombie was the song, wasn't it? The Eight of Cups. I just think it's going to get worse before it gets better. It really, really is. I do believe that where borders are, I think it's going to take a state of a national, like a emergency. And I'm being given the word enemy on the streets. Enemy on the streets. That's what they're giving us here. Okay. So that's where the soldiers could come in, and that's what I could say, the soldiers. That doesn't mean that the soldiers are shooting, mind, okay? This is what I'm saying. So this is coming through really strong. Is it the UK? It's saying yes. Oh my God, man. Dublin, Derry and Selma, Alabama had Bloody Sundays. Oh, really? Okay. So I want to say, let's put this out globally, like for all to stay vigilant and to try to raise the vibration. And I do believe, right, and even though I'm looking into a timeline here, I do believe that we can raise the vibration and sometimes shift timelines because we are multidimensional beings. But I asked the cards, are we safe? What's going to be like within the next 6 months? Our borders, and this is what I was given. It's going to get worse. But I think it's going to be, there's things to come out about all of this, and I think it's going to be shocking, okay? And I just feel that we just need to stay vigilant. We need to stay vigilant. You really don't know what to believe online or what, do you? Because, I mean, there's loads out online at the moment. I don't know if you've seen it, where the UK are prepping for mugs because they're expecting mass fatalities. What is this true? Is it not? Have you seen this? You'll have to comment on the link below. But it's talked about and it's all over. It's all over the internet. Are they in on it? It's more not doing the job properly, not protecting the borders. Not protecting the borders. I'm going into something here. Wait a minute. I'm seeing 4 or 5 men jumping out of a van. And I'm seeing like near a bridge. Can this be stopped? Angels are working on this. I've just been given Isis, not the movement Isis, the goddess Isis, the protective eye, protecting we're all. Okay, so I think it's a situation what's a little bit out of control. I don't know how they do it. I really don't, but I know that there's a lot of money involved here, and I feel that what we're seeing, what we're witnessing on the television when they're coming in on the little boats and that, it's like we're only getting bits of the information. It's actually planned, and they're signing for them to come in. This is what I'm being shown here. They're getting paid per person, per body, per person, a breathing person who's coming in. They get paid so much. It's literally like we're watching human traffickers. That's what it's like. That's who they are. They are human traffickers. The Four of Swords here. I don't get it. I'm going back to this woman again. and I may change my mind, but at the moment I have to give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, it doesn't matter what she is, or I know you're going to look at it and thinking, oh my God, well she's I don't know if she's Muslim or what, I really don't know, but I want to sit on the fence with it this at the minute, and I want to say that she's very strict on her policies for border control. That's what's coming through there. She's not going to stand no nonsense, this woman. So we all know he's a bit of a prick. Yeah, but I think that he might have... Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Like I say, this what's been going on has been going on a long, long time. And it's a lot bigger, the problem, than we know. It's a lot bigger than the problem that we know. Ace of Cups. I do feel she's fair, and I'm going to stick with that, and I'm going with what I feel. Don't forget, I don't go down cliques or cults, you know, anything like that to do with racism or anything, but I'm just going with what I feel. I feel she's a good woman. That's what's coming through here, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, so we're going to put these back together again, and I'm going to have a quick coffee, and then I'm going to look into this German thing. What the hell's going on in Germany? I don't know. So really we need prayers, and we need prayers. When is the 13th? But we do need a lot of prayers for the UK. That's fair enough, Dreamer, if you think I'm wrong, but I want to give her the benefit of the doubt tonight. You know, I'm going with what my guides are giving us. I may be wrong. I may be, but when I'm going with what my guides are giving us at the moment, I think she's strict. I don't think she's going to stand no nonsense. She's going to start combing into things and finding she might get caught up in some sort of... There is something coming with that Labour Party, what's shocking, and I think there's going to be mass investigations to come in, and she may get caught up in it, but I think she's like the after coming in and afterwards. I think that she's going to be shocked what she's going to find next Saturday. It's become like North Korea over here. It really, really has. And don't get me going about Northumbria Police. It's for another night. All right. But what I'm seeing at the minute is that it's become like a police state over here. Definitely. Right, let's get a cup of coffee. I was going to say, I don't think the police can go on strike, but there's going to be some problems with the police. There's going to be something what's coming out about the police. I like what Maggie's put there. People may not like a strict mother, but sometimes that is what they need. Exactly. You look at Dubai, right? Now, that's another place where you can't just go waltzing straight in. You've got to be able to contribute. And that is Sharia law, isn't it, over in Dubai? A lot of Brits are going over there. Yet, it's safe. You're not getting any nonsense or hoo-ha over there. It's one of the safest places to walk. I've got one of my good friends over there, and he quite often talks to us. It's like midnight, and it looks very nice. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can walk around, and it looks very safe, and safer than the UK, and very clean. So just because this lady is Muslim, I think you're going to be shocked. I think you may be shocked. She might put something in place to make the border safer, but she's going to uncover a lot of shenanigans. A lot of shenanigans. Germany. 7 cards. what has been going on with Germany. Now, the Mayor of London's a totally different person altogether. I think he needs to be out. Sadiq Khan, I don't get a good vibe with him. Okay, so the recent thing with Germany, let me get this up because I don't know much about it. It was a friend who told us about it. I'm going to get it up if anybody doesn't know what I'm going on about. There was politicians, wasn't there? Politicians died in Germany. I mean, you can't write this. You literally... Right. So there's been 16. Are you listening to this, guys? Right? You probably already know, but for people who don't, 16 German politicians die right before a local election. I'm going to sneeze. And this is true. This is what was written 2 days ago. "16 politicians died. So 6 candidates for the German far-right AfD party die in the lead up to the election. Do you not think that's a bit dodgy? Never mind what they're saying on here about, well, it set off the conspiracy theorists. I think that's a little bit dodgy, do you not? Let's pull some cards out on this. Oh, God, man. So we've got the moon. So yes. They may have like died under, and just like it's come out that it was just under like circumstances of sickness or whatever. But I actually do think that there's more to it because we've got the moon card here and what I'm feeling. Perhaps, I like what Heather Brown's put here, perhaps they all dined at the same restaurant. What, like that mushroom killer from Australia? I think they all died of certain different things, but... Okay, so calls from above. I need another drink. 2 minutes. Certain calls were made. Maybe they ate food from a dodgy cook. That's like somebody... Bit like, like you get like the Godfather, like he's standing there giving out his orders. It's like something's been said and go out there and attack. It was definitely planned. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, but this is what I'm picking up psychically. So we've got the 7 of Swords and we've got the 9 of Wands. It was actually very carefully planned. Okay. Ace of Swords. Well, it's put the cat amongst the pigeons, really, hasn't it? It's quite scary, that really, isn't it? Let's pull some more cards out. I mean, 1, yeah, or 2. But as much as that, it's been like a mass purge, hasn't it? I mean, maybe that's what my guides are trying to say. Like bloody Sunday could come in many different levels. And of course, you've got different types of weaponry now to take people out. It doesn't have to be where there's different frequency weaponries out there which can just make things happen. Right? But what Louise has put here, which I think is hilarious, they were knocked off. Basically, they were knocked off. So German news has said, nothing to see here. It can happen. All right, so what I'm getting really strongly is, I believe if people get away with things here, right, because we know there's a lot of bad things happening, right? They don't get away with things when they go over and meet their maker, all right? So these bad people which are doing what they're doing, they're not going to change. But we can change, we can raise our vibration. We're the ones what's going to shift this. We literally are the ones what's going to shift all of this, what's happening. And I think it's becoming more apparent. It's always gone on, but I think it's because we're awakened and we're seeing it more than ever. Does that make sense? We're all switching on and we're seeing it for where it really is now. But it's going to get crazier. It's definitely going to get crazier. So God bless the souls which have left. I mean, I don't know what they all passed over of. If anybody knows anything, you'll have to comment on the link underneath. But we've got, as you know, I work with a few different decks, and we've got 2 moons coming up here. It was an operation. It was an operation what took place. And for the ones who are possibly watching this who are wanting to go into politics in Germany, who are a little bit worried or know of somebody, I want to say this, that you are so protected. Believe in you, right? Raise your faith, no matter what you believe in. And knowing that you've got Archangel Michael around you, protecting you. Use shungite to stop any energy weaponry. And just do your truth, you know what I mean? Don't feel that you have to bend to suit these idiots, do you know what I mean? But I do feel very strongly that the ones left, the ones moving and forth, the ones who want to speak the truth will speak the truth. And they are protected. I'm getting that again. They are protected. Operation Paperclip. I don't know. It's some sort of operation. But this is just the start. There's something coming off in France as well. Unless I see kick-offs on the street over there. There's going to be so much protests. 2026 is going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, God bless the ones what have left. And you really don't know what soul contract they signed. You know what I mean? Sometimes I believe people pass before their time as well. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hope you're enjoying it. Let's see what's happening. Okay, weather's coming out here very, very strong. Crazy weather events. And big glitches. Is there anybody here in the audience? I know I've been feeling it. And I've got friends who've been getting glitches in time. Oh, thank you, Debbie. glitches in time, massive glitches in time. Now, I'm going to say something, right? And it's not often I don't hold back. I was never very keen on her, was Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I tell you what, I take my hat off to that woman with what she's recently been doing. What an amazing woman. And she's got together, if anybody doesn't know what I'm going on about in the United States, and she's got all the victims of Jeffrey Epstein, and she's going to take her to Congress or something, and she's going to blow the cat out the bag, basically, and name all the names, and I just think it's pretty fantastic, you know. So maybe she had to have some fire in her belly to do this. Maybe this is one of her big things that she's going to do, but I think she's helping all them women, all them people, you know, them victims, because they were never going to name the list. So now the women are taking control of the situation, and I think that's really, really good. So hats off to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I just thought I would say that. I've changed my tune on that woman now. I really, really have. She's quite a sparky woman, isn't she? Let me get comfortable. That's funny, Linda. I know, I feel she is protected. I think she's got Archangel Michael around her, you know. I really do. So I think that we're looking at, there's definitely time glitches taking place. There's something really off. And you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like this. I mean, I'm doing things and I'm literally writing stuff down and going back and it's not there. You know, there's massive, I've experienced time glitches. And I know there's people that I know and I've talked to and they are as well. There's something going on with time. It's going to be the rise of truth. And we are entering into that. Remember, it's the year of the snake. But I also feel it's the year of Aquarius. We are coming into a new dawning. It's the great crossover. And I do believe that there is great things to take place. Great things. And I'm going to say it again. And I know I get it. I know people sometimes when I say it. But I'm going to say it. When the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. It's a prophecy. And I still get it. And we're so close to so much to take place. It's the old system falling, the new system coming in. There's been so many sightings of UFOs, that type of thing. And then we've got this strange thing what's heading towards Earth. What's it called again? We've got that. Is it a spacecraft? But there's something strange is gonna happen with that as well. There's gonna be a lot of sightings. Let's see what's coming in. I'm seeing smoke coming from a mountain, so that could be a volcano. There's gonna be crazy things to take place there. Oh, there's gonna be some big news coming out with Barack Obama. So watch for news there around the Obamas. Okay. I'm also feeling that there's going to be some big news to do with around the royal family in the UK. Okay. When you say the man standing in snow, you will know the truth. I feel that there's great change to take place on this planet. I should do a video on it, shouldn't I, what it could be. But one of the visions that I'm seeing is that it might have something to do with the polar shift, or there's going to be something going on with ice, snow, problems. And then there's going to be a vision. There's going to be a biblical vision of something. That's one of the things it could be. Or it could be, is it a man standing in snow on Mars being interviewed? You really don't know. Yeah, it could mean many different things. I'm feeling it's the new man. It's the new man rising after the fall. And I'm not talking about the fall of the autumn. I'm talking about, I've talked about this before, and you need to watch the film The Fifth Wave. And it's not about nuclear. It's about the energy weapons what out there, mass destruction, yeah. And we need to. This is why we need to prep. And I feel that in fear and I psychically see that there's going to be the fall of the old system, and it could be triggered by something. She sneaked in there, didn't she? You little sneaky little thing. And it could be triggered. Mommy's girl. Oh, baby. By something to do with a wave. Something to do with a frequency attack. That's what I'm saying. There's a song, and I love it, and it's quite an old song actually, and it's by a Ukrainian artist called Anuka, and it's called Time, and I love it. It's so mystical. You'll have to check it out. I'll link it in the description afterwards, right? And it's she's singing about, basically, I think she's singing about the change on Earth, but the video is so mystical. Have you seen it? Are you all right? And there's a part of the video, it looks like it's a demon on a horse and it's going towards the child. Then the woman comes and she opens this, looks like a Bible, and it's all this smudge smoke coming out to get rid of the demon. It's really good. But I see it as sort of like New Earth and the New Earth children. When the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. As easy as teleporting. It could be in so many different things, but I do feel that we're going to go through some massive transition. And a lot of people want to know, when is it? When's it going to be? When are we going to get that alien disclosure? And I feel we're getting it now. I do believe they're walking amongst we, you know. It's not going to be a case that they're just going to come out of a ship, you know, what's going to land a mothership and then save we. We'll have to save ourselves. Do you know what I mean? We definitely have to save ourselves. Isn't that right, Zizi? Yes, it is. But I feel anything's possible, and I feel that people will get contact. I feel it'll be individual. It's not going to be masses. It's going to be in small groups and individual people. That's what I feel what's going to happen. That's what I feel what's going to happen. And some people are getting it now. But it's when it does come out. I don't know if I've ever put this out before, but I'm going to say it. When it all comes out, you know, when they officially say, oh, they're here, type of thing. Because we're the ones who are doing it, not them. But when it all comes out, they're going to put it out in such a matter-of-fact, scientific way. They're calling them the others or whatever they're calling them. But they're not calling them aliens. It's going to be an insult to call them aliens because they're probably aliens to them. You know what I mean? But it'll be put out in such a matter-of-fact way. Oh, thank you, Shelley. So it's in our lifetime. I can't say when, but I am getting a really strange feeling about 2026. I'm not saying it's a definite, but it's between 26 and 28. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Okay, we're going back to crazy weather. Absolute crazy weather. She's actually fallen asleep on the wire of the mic. Can you like say hi? Say hi. Okay, I'm not getting much on Canada tonight. But you know, when I talk about that Justin Trudeau's gone very quiet, hasn't he? Is he still going out with that Katy Perry? Maybe there's going to be some big news with him. Anyway, I know you are used to a lot of snow over in Canada, and you get extreme weather, like in the winter. But I think you need to prepare for a really cold winter. You need to prepare and start prepping now. So we need to pray. We need to raise the vibrations. I still see the children singing, and it's going to be a song. What's going to be a hit? And it might have something to do with the children of Gaza or raising for charity. It's like another Band-Aid, but it's going for the children for Gaza. So that's interesting. I'm fearing that there could be more problems with shootings in the US. So you just need to stay vigilant, which I did call out about the recent ones, what took place. They're giving us the word campus, so I don't know if that's normally like an older school, isn't it? Or like a college or something like that. College campus, something like that. And I'm also feeling that there's going to be something around a government building. Problems. Definitely. Why have I just seen Muhammad Ali? Is he in spirit? I've just seen him. Unless it's going to be some big news to do with a boxer. So that's interesting. I want to say this, and I know it sounds a little bit woo-woo what I'm saying, but I've got to say this. What will the aliens be like? What will they look like? When the first ones, the humanoids, to come out, when the government sort of officially say it, but we'll all know it beforehand, you know what I mean? And they look like us, the taller, broader in the face, broader in the brow, should I say. Some of them have like a deep set nose there, and it protrudes out a little bit more. It's more deep set. But they're definitely humanoids, yeah? Definitely humanoids. Some of them are very sort of like Viking looking, you know, and there will be possibly some women who will possibly really like them. So they're going to cause a bit of a storm when it all comes out, yes. That's the men. The women, it's men. It's the male ones which are coming in first. The women, it's strange when I'm like tuning in with the women. I'm seeing lots of them on a ship. Lots of them. They want to come. They want to come. I just think they're just like, we as the people, we're all different shapes and sizes. There is a woman, and then this has nothing to do with intel, like what's out there to do with, you know, like the latest thing from the Galactic Federation. I'm not talking anything like that. This woman looks actually very Native American, but she's not. She's got, her hair is so black, it's like a sheen of black. I've like a gloss, like glass. It's so shiny. And she's not from Earth. And she's talking. I don't know when this has taken place, this incident, but it's on news. She's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. And yeah, she's not what you would think. You know, you think of the Pleiadians with the long blonde hair and all of that. But no, she looks very Native American, which is not. Definitely different. So I would say there's a lot we have to learn. There's going to be something big coming off to do with a ship, and also to do with aircraft again. Problems with aircraft. I don't know. Problems to do with aircraft from the sky. Aircraft, I don't know if it's helicopter or plane problems. Lots of islands, and I'm seeing lots of smoke. And I want to send healing and blessings out as the weather changes in the colder parts, you know, like now the UK and the parts, you know, like Europe and all of that. It changes. It's going to start to warm up again and come into the spring for the Australians. And I do feel that they will have a very hot summer. Because I'm being shown problems with bushfires and stuff like that. They're not giving us much more on Canada at the moment, but I can't force it. It's just whatever the bowl gives us and what comes in. Okay. Saving the best for last. There's some huge news. Prepare for this, guys. All right. They're showing us that the shock's coming to do with around Donald Trump. Okay, so there's some big news coming in around Donald Trump, so possibly watch for that. There's so many different races of different alien beings. Some of them you can't even pronounce. Okay. They're showing us the Royal Crest and the huge news to come. And I want to give you it around the 10th or the 11th. Now that could be the 10th month October, the 11th month November, and I'm going to leave that one with you. We've got Mother Mary coming in, and she's showing us rose petals, and I always think of Mother Mary and I think of Christ consciousness, and I just think that she's sending in blessings for all the children of earth, all the little children, protecting them from all the evil what's out there, keeping them safe. Okay. The shift has begun. The massive shift has begun. There's about to be 3 great world events to take place. One of them is definitely connected, possibly 2 linked, to do with fire and water, to do with weather. And then there is an FF come in, all right, and it's definitely connected like a black swan event. There's something huge coming, and I'm not saying it's not happening, because it is, but it's a mass distraction. Because when it takes place, I want to say just go inside and shut the door. But that will be the time when everything will go down. That will be the time when the great change will take place and technology will change. It's the players play on. They're all in that place on the chessboard. There is about to be massive changes to take place within American politics very, very soon. And I want to give you number 6 connected with it, and I'm going to leave that one with you. Okay, so I want to say a good night from me and a good night from Zizi. Are you going to say good night? Are you going to say good night? And stay safe, stay vigilant wherever you all are around the world. And I'll be back on Tuesday. That'll be on Twitch. And yeah, and I'll see you again soon, tubers. We just have to stay vigilant. We have to stay strong, and we have to raise the vibrations. We're living in very scary times, but very exciting times. This is biblical. And we are about to experience one hell of a storm. Good night for now. Until the next time. Take care. God bless. Wherever you all are around the world. This is your psychiclj signing out. Bye bye. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, yes.